Welcome to the Horror Addicts Unbox. So what's up, guys? Welcome to a special unbox. My good friends at the Horror Addicts, they sent me this box of goodies here. I think I know one of the items, but I don't know what the rest is. Feels kind of heavy though. And also, I went to Goodwill and I bought a whole bunch of horror VHS movies, about 6 of them. And I want to share those with you guys because I've really been into this whole retro thing lately. As a matter of fact, I want to do a Drumdums Watches retro edition where I throw in a VHS movie. And so I'm going to do one of those movies. And then finally, I'm going to show you the new Funkos that I got. I got 5 new Funkos. So anyway, let's begin. First off, I like that they use this like Scooby-Doo envelope thing here. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this open. They boxed this sucker up pretty well, actually. There we go. And then... So excited. I love getting packages in. All right, the box is open and looks like I got a letter here too.
Let's go ahead and read the letter.
It says, Lee, hope you enjoy the movies. Gory, Danny, and LOLZ. I love them so much. They're so fun. If you don't know who the Horror Addicts are, do yourself a favor and check out their channel. It is such a treat. They are so fun. Really funny, and the reviews are so well put together, very informative, and they live, die, and breathe horror. But anyway, first thing I got here is Tale of Two Sisters, and I'm actually doing a review with them for this movie coming up really soon. And thank you so much for sending this to me. This is great. I can actually say that I own Tale of Two Sisters now, which is awesome. And we actually mentioned this yesterday in my top 5 horror films of all time that I did with my daughter, which got amazing response. You guys loved me having my daughter in the videos. So when she comes back, she's gone now, I'm so sad, but when she comes back, we're definitely planning on another review together. So Tale of Two Sisters, thank you. Oh man, they really loaded me up here. I got, and one thing I love about the Horror Addicts is they know a lot of horror films that I have never heard of. You've probably never even heard of. And here's one that I've never heard of. Extremes 3, but it's got a 2 below it, so I'm really confused right now. But looks interesting. From the Nightmare of Asia's Horror Masters. So this is Asian cinema. Thank you so much for this. I've really been getting into Asian cinema. Love The Wailing. Loved Train to Busan. So yeah. Next up is Memento Mori, another Asian film that I've never heard of. I think I've heard of this one actually. I'm not sure. It sounds familiar, but Tartan Asian Extreme, yeah, another one that looks really fun. I'm gonna be eating this stuff up. Oh, Scanners. I've definitely heard of this movie, never seen it, but I've heard it's a classic, so I can finally remedy that and actually see this great film. Scanners looks fun, looks fun, looks fun. Oh, that's cool. They sent me a Carrie DVD, which is awesome. I also have the Scream Factory Blu-ray, but I'm always happy to get the DVD versions and the VHS versions of movies. I'm like that. I actually have all the Halloweens on DVD and Blu-ray, and I'm looking now to find them on VHS. So if you guys know where I can find those besides eBay, let me know. And they sent me some toys too. Oh, this is so cool. They sent me a Pinhead horror vinyl collectible. It's a, I think it's a Durbs. Am I saying that right? Durbs. I mostly do the Funkos, but I've seen these around and I don't discriminate. These are cool. So yeah, that's what that looks like. Really cool. And what's cool is you can see the back of them too, which is nice. And the more horror toys, the better. Oh, this is so cool. This is actually a Parker and the Xenomorph alien toy from the Nostromo collection. Really cool. And it looks like there's a whole selection of them that you can get with these guys. But yeah, I'm an Alien fanatic. So that first Alien movie is just a masterpiece. Okay, next up, we're gonna talk about some VHS movies. I've been wanting to go out and find VHS movies. I actually went to Goodwill and they actually have pretty good selection, but I think I got all the horror movies that they had. And these, if you look on eBay, some horror titles are starting to go up in price for VHS. So I got John Carpenter's The Fog. And one thing I love about VHS is the spines are wider than like Blu-ray and DVD, so you can really see what the title is. And yeah, that's, you know, pretty basic VHS tape. Really looking for, I think this is the one I'm gonna do a Drumdums watches on. So yeah. Next up, I got Jeepers Creepers. My friend Shrex, he sent me the Jeepers Creepers Blu-ray, and then Justin Ryan sent me Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2 actually. But then I saw this and I couldn't resist. I had to get the VHS. So yeah, another pretty standard. Let me make sure it's Jeepers Creepers. Yeah, okay, because sometimes they put the wrong tape in there. And then next up I got, and I do not own this on Blu-ray. I have it on DVD though, actually. It's I Know What You Did Last Summer. Really fun movie. I can't believe I haven't reviewed this one yet. This came out right around the same time as Scream, a year later. But this is a good one. I love the first one. The second one, not so much. Didn't even bother with the third one. Then I got Scream 2. If they would have had the whole Scream collection, I would have got it. But I take what I can get, right? So I got Scream 2. And I don't know why I keep showing you guys the cassettes, but you know, maybe something crazy will pop out. So, and this was really exciting. I've never heard of this movie, but if you know my love for the slasher movie book, my love for slashers, this is one that looks really interesting. Splatter University, and I like this. This is a little bit of a different case. You know, this is, I think when VHSs first came out, they kind of had these cases, and these are the ones you'd see at rental stores too. But this looks old, so. But yeah, that's a little bit different. And this is Vestron Video. How cool is that? And we got one more, and I actually do not own this movie on DVD or Blu-ray. And it is the first Ring movie, The Ring, which is really good actually. I love the first one. The sequels are not that great, but yeah, this one's awesome. Naomi Watts is awesome. Give a shout out to Leela. I know she loves Naomi Watts. So yeah, there you go. And this is a clear case, which is cool. Look at that. Yeah, it's kind of nice. But pretty standard cassette look. Yeah. So that is my VHS movies. Uh-oh, having trouble getting this back in here. Don't want to fight it though, don't want to force it. So I'm just gonna leave that alone and I'll deal with that later. So now I'm gonna grab my Funkos. Let me grab them and then I'll sit right back down and I'll show them to you. All right, so now with the Funkos, I saw Ghost in the Shell recently and I got a major figure here. And I know this movie, it bombed or kind of bombed at the box office, which is a shame because I dug the movie. I really enjoyed it, never seen the original. But when I saw this major figure, but actually my wife saw it and she called me and she was like, hey, they got a major figure, do you want it? And I was like, hell yeah, I want it. So yeah, she got me that. She also got me a geisha from Ghost in the Shell. Really cool. Next up, I got a John Wick figure. I've had my eye on this one for a while, so I'm glad I can finally add a Wick to the collection. And I loved John Wick 2. John Wick 2 was phenomenal. And that was a nice surprise. And then The Walking Dead just wrapped up. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I think I might be done with the show. I'm serious. The finale, it wasn't like horrible, but it was kind of the same old, same old. And I just get sick of the show being bookended by great episodes, and then they just throw all this boring, non-important stuff in the middle. And I don't mind character development. Don't get me wrong, and I'll give you a great example. Bates Motel. I've been watching Bates Motel. Season 3 and Season 4 are so good. I mean, like the top, cream of the crop. And there's a lot of character development in there. There's not a lot of action going on, and I'm completely riveted. I'm not getting that with Walking Dead. I'm not. But I saw a Daryl figure. I have a Negan, and I had to get a Daryl. So, yeah, there's my Daryl figure. And then lastly, my wife saw this online. She told me about it. I could not resist. This is a PX Reviews exclusive Blade figure. I'm a huge fan of the Blade character, especially the first movie. The first movie is a classic, and I couldn't resist. I had to have a Blade figure. That's awesome. So, yeah. And it looks like if you look at the back, they actually have like Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Miss Marvel, Black Bolt, and then, yeah, of course, Blade. So, yeah, there you go. Okay, guys, that is it. First off, again, I want to thank the Horror Addicts. They are such great friends. It's a privilege to have friends like them. I did a commentary with them in the past, which was so fun. I'll post a link to that below. Please subscribe to their channel if you can. You will not regret it. You will thank me. And tell them Lee sent you. Also, come on over to Killer Flicks, where we talk horror all day, every day. The site just keeps growing and growing and growing. We are getting close to like 1,500 members now. I can't believe how fast it's grown. So definitely check us out. Also, if you like what I'm doing, please hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you to my Patreons. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and Drumdum out.